What if your country had to choose Iran or Israel? Right now, countries around the world are divided. Some support Israel, others support Iran, and many are staying neutral. But the real question is, where does your country stand? Before we start, make sure you subscribe, because we break down global stories in a simple way. Create a YouTube 16:9 video using this script. Table of contents, about 5 sections. 1. A world divided. The choice between two regional powers. 2. Unwavering allies. The global support system for Israel. 3. A counterbalancing coalition, Iran's network of partners. 4. The neutral path navigating the middle ground. 5. The complex calculus of allegiance, why nations choose sides. Written by Fareed Zakaria, CNN/Fareed Zakaria GPS. Section 1. A world divided. The choice between two regional powers. What if your country were forced to make a definitive choice between Israel and Iran? This is not merely a hypothetical question for foreign policy theorists. It is a stark reality that shapes global diplomacy every single day. The world often appears divided into distinct camps, with nations aligning themselves based on a complex web of interests, histories, and values. Some countries stand firmly with Israel, viewing it as a strategic democratic partner in a volatile region. Others lend their support to Iran, seeing it as a counterweight to Western influence and a leader of a different regional order. And then there are those nations that meticulously navigate the treacherous middle ground, striving to maintain neutrality in a conflict that sends ripples across the entire globe. Understanding where a country stands, and why, is to understand the very currents that define modern international relations. This great geopolitical divide between Israel and Iran is far more than a simple bilateral dispute. It represents a fundamental schism in the Middle East and beyond, touching upon issues of security, energy, ideology, the future balance of power. For decades, these two nations have been locked in a shadow war, competing for influence through proxy conflicts, economic maneuvering, diplomatic battles on the world stage. The choices other nations make in this context are deeply consequential. Aligning with one side can unlock significant economic and military benefits, but it also carries the risk of alienating the other, potentially leading to diplomatic isolation or even direct confrontation. The decision is never made lightly and reflects a government's core assessment of its national interests and its place in the world order. For the global community, this rivalry is a persistent source of instability, one that demands constant attention and careful management from international actors. It complicates efforts to address other pressing issues, from nuclear proliferation to regional conflicts in Syria, Lebanon, Yemen. Every major international forum, from the United Nations Security Council to global economic summits, becomes a potential arena where this competition plays out. Section 2. Unwavering allies. The global support system for Israel. When we examine the global landscape of alliances, the network of countries supporting Israel is powerful and well-established, anchored by deep historical and strategic partnerships. At the forefront of this coalition stands the United States. Its relationship with Israel is a cornerstone of U.S. Middle East policy. This support is tangible and multifaceted. Vast amounts of annual military aid, advanced technology sharing, robust diplomatic backing at the United Nations. American political leaders from both major parties consistently reaffirm this, special relationship. They view Israel as a vital democratic ally, a stabilizing force protecting shared interests. This unwavering American support gives Israel a critical security guarantee and a significant diplomatic advantage. Beyond the U.S., a bloc of Western nations forms another pillar of support. United Kingdom, Germany, France. They may voice disagreement on specific policies, particularly settlement expansion, but their alignment remains firm. Support is rooted in shared democratic values, extensive trade relationships, a collective security outlook. These countries engage in high-level diplomatic consultations with Israel. Key partners in intelligence sharing. Partners in counter-terrorism efforts, reinforcing Israel's place in Western security architecture. Israel has cultivated closer ties with Middle Eastern nations. The Abraham Accords, signed in 2020, normalized relations with United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Morocco. These agreements shift regional politics beyond the old paradigm. Motivations are strategic and economic, driven by concern over Iran's influence, a desire for technological collaboration, and commercial collaboration. This network has broken decades of diplomatic isolation and begun to redraw Middle East alliances. Cumulatively, Israel possesses a formidable global support system. It enhances national security and its international standing. The network provides access to advanced weaponry, vital intelligence, powerful diplomatic shields that deflect pressure and sanctions. Whether via a U.S. veto at the UN Security Council or a new trade deal with a European or Gulf nation, this structure bolsters Israel's position. This international backing is crucial to Israel's national strategy, allowing it to project power and secure its interests in a historically hostile neighborhood. In direct opposition to the pro-Israel bloc, Iran has meticulously cultivated its own network of allies and partners, creating a formidable coalition designed to counter Western and Israeli influence in the Middle East and beyond. Central to Iran's foreign policy is its axis of resistance, a strategic alliance of state actors, non-state actors, united against the United States and Israel. The most steadfast state ally is Syria, where Bashar al-Assad's government has been a long-term strategic partner. Iran's military and economic support helped ensure Assad's survival during the Syrian civil war, cementing a dependent relationship, providing Iran a land bridge to the Levant and a forward base of operations. This network extends through influential non-state groups that Iran supports financially, militarily, ideologically. The most prominent is Hezbollah in Lebanon, a powerful political force and a strong military organization acting as a deterrent to Israel and a key tool of Iranian influence. Iran also backs Shia militia groups in Iraq, which hold political power and military power inside Iraq. In Yemen, Iran's support for the Houthi movement has bogged down Saudi Arabia in a costly, protracted conflict. These proxies let Iran project power beyond its borders, engage in asymmetric warfare, and challenge adversaries without direct state-on-state fights. Beyond the region, Iran has strategic partnerships with global powers that want to challenge the US-led order. Russia is a major military and diplomatic ally, solidified by joint action in Syria. Their ties include economic cooperation and advanced weapons sales, and Russia can veto UN resolutions hostile to Iran. China is Iran's top economic partner, offering a lifeline under Western sanctions. China's partnership includes massive infrastructure investments in exchange for steady oil supplies, giving Iran economic resilience and diplomatic weight. Taken together, Iran's coalition of state allies, powerful regional proxies, and major world powers forms a strong counterweight to Israel's network. This alliance gives Iran strategic depth, lets it pursue regional ambitions and withstand international pressure. Partners may not share all ideological goals, but they unite to limit American unilateralism and push a more multipolar world. The network ensures Iran isn't isolated, granting it the means to defend its interests, project influence across the Middle East, and remain a major regional power. Amidst the clear-cut alliances surrounding Israel and Iran, many countries have chosen neutrality. They avoid taking a definitive side, opting for pragmatic policies to stay constructive with both rivals. India is a prime example. As a rising global power, India has a growing strategic partnership with Israel defense technology agriculture, Simultaneously, India keeps a long-standing relationship with Iran. Iran is a key energy source and a partner for connectivity via Chabahar port. For New Delhi, choosing one would harm economic and security interests. Turkey also navigates the middle ground. As a NATO member, Turkey is a formal Western ally, but under Erdogan pursues an independent foreign policy. That often puts it at odds with traditional partners. It maintains ties with Israel, but relations are tense over the Palestinian issue. Turkey competes with Iran for influence, yet cooperates on trade and on containing Kurdish separatism. Turkey actively maneuvers to maximize strategic autonomy, positioning itself as a regional broker. Neutrality is rooted in national interests. Many nations in Asia, Africa, and Latin America aim for economic development, trade diversification, and stability. Hardline stances bring risks, sanctions regimes, and proxy entanglement. Countries like Pakistan must balance ideology with regional dynamics and economic needs. Neutrality is a calculated strategy for self-preservation. But neutrality has challenges. It requires delicate, continuous diplomatic balancing Iran-Israel, and powerful patrons often pressure neutrals. Middle states can be distrusted by both sides. Sudden escalation can force a hard choice. Still, open channels for diplomacy and trade with all parties often outweigh choosing sides. Strategic neutrality remains a popular, though demanding, foreign policy choice. The decision for a nation to align with Israel, support Iran, or remain neutral is not based on a single factor, but on a complex, interwoven calculus of motivations. Political ideology and systems of government play a fundamental role. Western democracies, led by the United States, find common ground with Israel's democratic framework, seeing it as an outpost of shared values amid autocracies. Conversely, states opposed to Western dominance or with anti-imperialist roots may find Iran's resistance narrative appealing. This creates a political fault line shaping allegiances. Economic interests are an equally powerful pragmatic driver. For many, it's a cost-benefit calculation. Aligning with the pro-Israel camp can mean access to the United States market-advanced technology and investment from Western economies. The Abraham Accords were driven by promises of economic and tech cooperation. Others depend on Iran for energy supplies or access to Central Asian markets like China, so they prioritize Tehran. Alienating a trading partner is often unaffordable. Military and security considerations are often decisive. Alliances are about collective security. States fearing Iran or its proxies join Israel's security orbit for military expertise, intelligence sharing, and the protective umbrella of powerful allies. Those fearing Israeli or U.S. force look to Iran for weapons training and strategic backing. This mutual arming increases regional polarization and tension. Religion and regional influence also matter. The conflict is often framed through a sectarian lens. Iran, as Shia leader, gains support from Shia states and communities. Sunni-led states like Saudi Arabia have aligned with Israel against Iran. Sectarian identity overlays geopolitical competition. Each nation weighs politics, economics, military security, and religious identity. The final choice reflects its unique history, its current needs, and its vision for the future. As we explore the different camps in this geopolitical standoff, think about the forces at play and how they might influence the difficult choices your own country must make on the world stage. Where does your nation truly stand in this defining conflict of our time? So here's the big question. If your country had to choose, who would it support? Iran or Israel? Or would it stay neutral? Comment below. Tell me your country and who it supports. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more global stories. This is just the beginning.